Legal actions against the current Finnish government challenging the status quo in the case of United States of Biafra Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. Under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Ngozi Orebeze, the United States of Biafra government has set in motion a legal process in the appropriate courts, summoning and seeking for an immediate injunction against the unwarranted transnational repression by the current Finland government against the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa in favor of terrorist Nigeria regime. The collaboration between the current Finnish government and the demandable by any stretch of imagination the terrorist and the criminal corrupt Nigeria regime in the case of Prime Minister is an absolute disregard for the fundamental principle of human rights to self-determination, of which was the same founding principle for the independence of the Republic of Finland. The actions of the current Finnish government encourage the ongoing genocide against Biafrans. It is rather ridiculous that Alex Stubb is the president of Finland. It is rather ridiculous that Alex Stubb found it worthy to collaborate with a monstrous Nigeria, the most deadliest place for Christians to inhabit, and the most place that the criminality has been perfected beyond the understanding of man, which Alex Stubb himself refers to as an unholy alliance in his book. The current Finnish government's action suggests that our fathers, our mothers, our grandfathers, our grandmothers, and our ancestors did not have a country or existed before the establishment of an artificial Nigeria with an artificial boundaries and artificial flag by the British. You will recall that the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, Sana Salin, and Finland Nigeria made a prejudicial statement against the Prime Minister, lamenting that he is hindering Finland access to the entire system of the fraudulent Nigeria regime, which gives them illegal access to the natural resources that should bolster the economy of United States of Biafra, offering safe and prosperous markets for the global community at large. It is the responsibility of any government to respond to action of transnational repression, negligence in upholding the applicable rule of law, and human rights violations against its population. The United States of Biafra calls on the Finnish government to save the nation's integrity, as history will educate the future generation of the deeds of those who chose to be our enemies. Finland must attempt to circumvent the sovereignty of the United States of Biafra, but rather should boldly approach Biafra government with sincerity and diplomacy through the front door and not through the back door, entire system of the terrorist Nigeria regime. The immediate release of Prime Minister His Excellency Simon Ekpa Njoko is sacrosanct, and Finland must quickly jettison the unholy alliance with the Nigeria terrorist regime. Yes, you guys know recently, about I think on the 9th of May, this 2025, the Finland local media released an update from Finland regarding the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, saying that he is suspected of terrorism and incitement. Suspects, they are still suspecting, so that he'll be charged when the case is transferred to the senior prosecutor. If this legal action is taken upon Finnish government, as this illegal detention is still going on with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so for Finland, they will think it will be very easy for them to, detain Simon Ekpa without any appropriate investigation, because according to them, they said that the investigations were made with Nigeria authorities. Who are the Nigeria authorities? What about all these things going on in Nigeria? Are Finland, the authorities or legal whatever, are they not seeing everything happening in Nigeria? Killings going on in Nigeria by the Fulani bandit. They have the Fulani presidential permit, of which I've posted one time. Another update from Finland. Yes, this update came in on the 14th of May 2025 from Finland to the United States of Biafra government. You all remember that when Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, when he was arrested, there were 4 other Biafrans along him that the Finland local investigator took together. According to them, then they said that those 4 Biafrans were terrorist financiers, you understand. So the update, even though they were later released, but those charges were still on them. But yesterday this update came in that all the charges against those 4 people had been dropped and dismissed because they didn't find any evidence against them. Do you understand? This update came in, like this particular place I read and I say this decision and update was made in Finland and communicated to the United States of Biafra government today, May 14th, 2025. I'm reading from the official handle of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabeze. So this is a welcome development and we are patiently waiting for the release of our ever Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. Okay, kindly share this video and be hopeful. All right, bye.